Hey guys, Jay here. Happy Easter. I've been home, just doing stupid stuff. I got up early this morning, made a cup of coffee, and opened the blinds up, turned the lights on, turned the news on. Told my dad Happy Easter. Then refilled my coffee. I had to leave for the church, so we had to make all that food today. So I got there. I'm the only guy there that cooks and bakes with all them women, and they love me. Pastor walked down with me, and they're all down there squabbling like a bunch of hens. I said, "Hey, hold up," and everybody looked at me and said, hey Jay. I said, "I don't hear it." I said, "The only reason I'm down here today is because Pastor said that you were all too incompetent and too lazy to make that much food on your own to have enough for everybody that's going to be here. So therefore, I have to work today." Pastor said, "I didn't say that." I said, "He didn't say that in them exact words, but I just laughed my ass off at him." And Jessica, when I worked for us, she said, "Nice to see you back." We all working, like I said. We had to do like probably 50, I think it was like 50 pounds of potatoes, or 60 pounds, something like that. Did big pots of, well, actually it was one gigantic pot of yams, sweet potatoes, and got all the hams in and everything. Put 2 big cans of corn on a pot. Let that one simmer. And I told them we'll wait until the end to put the rolls in and the gravy so the gravy didn't burn. So they're working along. They got the TV on down there. I said, "Hey ladies." They'll stop, turn around. I said, "One more thing." I said, "If your hands and your body moves as fast as your lips do, we'd have been done already." I said, "Nobody cares about The Price is Right. Nobody cares about The Young and the Restless or the Hallmark Channel. These people are waiting to eat, so get moving." They mad at me. They weren't mad, I know. They know I am. I joke with them all the time. But like I said, I'm the only guy that cooks down there and bakes and everything else to help with bake sales and stuff. The rest of the guys just pretty much bring the stuff out that we need. But yeah, we got everything done. I told them I had to get home before Mom got up. And Pastor said, "You get any food?" I said, "No." I said, "We're good." He said, "Well, you said you wasn't making him." I said, "No, not this year." I said, "It was Dad's dinner." I said, "Dad's not there, so I'm not going to make a big dinner." So that, like I said, I can't swallow solid foods. But my mom can. But here Jessica come back over with 2 big things of dinners for us. So I told her, I said, "You don't have to do that." And Pastor said, "Yeah, we did." So he said, "You going?" I said, "Yeah, I gotta get going." So he shook my hand, gave me a hug. He said, "You have a good day." He said, "Try to think positive." Yeah, I do. I try to. But I think it's funny when I do that to women, because I think there's only one guy on my channel, and that's Redneck Rob, and the rest of you are all women. He pisses off and you come after me. But I stopped at the gas station at Cumberland, and I pulled up to the pump. There's a as soon as I pulled in on your boom, 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 cussing and screaming, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Here was some young black kid in a Honda, 2 pumps down from me. I mean, that thing was rattling so loud, I thought the wheels were going to fall off of it. So I'm sitting there pumping gas. He comes walking over. I said, how you doing, buddy? He said, you got a problem? I said, problem with what? He said, what are you looking at? I said, the gas pump. He said, you don't like my music, do you? This kid's a scrawny little black kid. I'm thinking, man, get the hell away from me. I ain't dealing with this shit. So I told him, I said, I have no problem with you. I have no problem with anything else. So my truck door was open. He started walking up on me, so I went over to my truck door and grabbed the 38 out of the pocket. I said, that's as far as you go, unless you want a real fucking problem. I said, I ain't done with this racist bullshit. He said, we good, and he just walked off, jumped in his car and peeled out. He done with that stupid bullshit. So anyway, I got done, got the gas, went inside, and Hunter was working. I said, you happen to hear from what's her face yet, the one that took the money from me? He said, nope, nothing. So that dinner that was supposed to go to me, I give it to him. And he has no parents. His mother, I guess, took off when he was like 3. His dad raised him. His dad died like 2 years ago. And he's only 21. He's young enough to be my kid. But I give it to him. He was happy. But he told me, he said, Jay, if I was you, he said, I ask you for money down there anymore? He said, I wouldn't give anything. I said, well, next time, I said, I got to figure it out. He said, oh, yeah, what are you going to do? I said, I'm just going to run over to Walmart and get a 12-pack of steak knives. That way, when they ask me for money, I can give them the money and just lay a steak knife on the counter and turn around. And when they say, what's that for? I was going to tell them, you might as well stab me in the fucking back now, because I know it's coming sooner or later. I told him, I am not giving any more out. I said, I'll help anybody that needs help. But the one girl, like I said, she said her and her fiance had to move. They needed $150. I gave her $150 to help them out. As soon as I walked out the door, she quit. So Michelle was showing me the next day on her Facebook thing, which I don't know how to use any of this shit, them sitting in a fancy restaurant was eating steak and lobster and everything else. The same night I gave them the money. So, just like the girl, she said she needed college books. It's like $300. I gave her the money. When a couple days later, she quit. Gone. So I'm done. One of these days, I'll start sending gift cards out again on here. But as far as that little store down there goes, it cost me more money, and I got no friends out of it at all. So, I wasn't trying to buy friends, I was trying to be nice. I guess that gets you nowhere anymore. So anyway, I left there, I come home, and my mom was still sleeping, so I put her dinner in the microwave. And went out back playing with the pool, and then she got up. So took her dog outside, heated her dinner up for her, and that's what she ate. Took her pills, and everything was good. So anyway, half my day was fun. Like I said, messing with the women in there. I love doing that. I don't think I can stand a guy who can bake. Because usually when we have to bake and stuff, I'll stand there and my stuff gets done first. and I'll stand there and go, bam, bam, like Emerald Lagasse, bam. Like I said, I bake them hot chocolate cakes. I bake pineapple upside down cakes. I do apple crisp, German chocolate, make gobs, cupcakes, cake cookies, whatever they ask me to make, I make. Alright guys, I'm going to get going. Love y'all. Like I said, take care of yourselves. Happy Easter. And like I said, don't take offense to me messing with them women in there, because they know me and I know them. Like I said, Jessica used to chase me around the church with a butcher knife. And that's why she's manager at the food truck right now. I figured I better give her something so she don't kill me. But I don't know. Alright guys, love you all. God bless. Please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget the damn likey button, Betty. Happy Easter. Have a blessed night. And I hope you had a great day with your families. Love y'all. Bye-bye.